This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. China on Friday eased some of its COVID rules, including shortening quarantines by 2 days for close contacts of infected people and for inbound travelers, and removing a penalty for airlines for bringing in too many cases. The loosening of the rules, which came a day after China's new Politburo Standing Committee discussed COVID during a meeting chaired by President Xi Jinping, cheered market with Shanghai's benchmark CSI 300 jumping 3% and the yuan currency extending gains to a one-month high. Under the new rules, centralized quarantine times for close contacts and travelers from abroad were shortened from 7 days to 5 days. The requirement for 3 further days in home isolation after centralized quarantine remains. China will also stop trying to identify secondary contacts, a major annoyance for residents of cities who find themselves caught up in sweeping contact tracing efforts when a case is found, while still identifying close contacts. Washington plans to buy 100,000 South Korean-made artillery shells for use in the Russia-Ukraine war, a United States official has said, although South Korea has insisted its policy against providing lethal aid to Ukraine remained unchanged, and it expects the end user of the ammunition to be U.S. forces. Citing U.S. officials familiar with the deal, the Wall Street Journal reported that the U.S. and South Korea were nearing an agreement to buy 100,000 rounds of 155mm artillery shells that would be delivered to Ukraine. The U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed to pressmen on Friday that Washington wanted to send the South Korean artillery shells to Ukraine. The official said that Ukraine's Security Assistance Initiative (USAI) funds could be used to buy the ammunition, but that it was unclear whether the shells would be shipped through U.S. territory. African Union Chairman and Senegal President Macky Sall plans to attend the upcoming G20 summit in Bali, two government officials have said. Sall would have, in quote, 2 hats at the meeting, representing both the AU and Senegal. One of the officials told newsmen on Friday. The visit is first to a G20 summit, comes as Africa looks to hold wealthier nations to account for their climate pledges. It will follow Sall's attendance at the United Nations COP27 climate meeting in Egypt, where he was a leading advocate for rich countries to contribute more cash to help Africa adapt to climate change. The summit in Bali, Indonesia, takes place in November 15th to 16th, overlapping the second week of the COP27 conference. Senegal is in discussions with G20 members about a deal to support its transition to low-carbon energy. The Just Energy Transition Partnership (JETP) was pioneered by South Africa's deal last year, with countries including the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany and France providing funding to speed up its transition away from coal power. Airbus and Qatar Airways resumed a London court battle on Friday that thrust their relations with regulators into the spotlight in a dispute over the safety of grounded A350 jets. The Gulf carrier is suing Airbus over damage to the painted surface and underlying anti-lightning system of the A350. Qatar's Civil Aviation Authority has grounded at least 29 of the planes over safety concerns. Backed by European regulators, the world's largest playmaker acknowledges quality flaws in part of the A350 fleet, but says its premier long-haul jet is safe. Experts say it is the first time such a major international contractual and safety dispute in aviation, involving claims now approaching $2 billion, has ended up in open court. The extent of such senior contacts could affect how far each side must go in carrying out internal email searches in preparation for a possible trial in mid-2023. The hearing comes after newsmen reported on Thursday that Qatari leaders discussed the dispute with President Emmanuel Macron during a visit to Doha last December. Britain's economy shrank in the 3 months leading to September at the start of what is likely to be a lengthy recession, underscoring the challenge for Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt as he prepares to raise taxes and cut spending next week. Economic output shrank by 0.2% in the third quarter, less than the 0.5% contraction analysts had forecast in a poll Friday's official data showed, but it was the first fall in gross domestic product since the start of 2021, when Britain was still under tight coronavirus restrictions as households and businesses struggle with a severe cost of living crisis. Britain's economy is now further below its pre-pandemic size. It is the only group of seven economy yet to recover fully from the COVID slump and is smaller than it was 3 years ago on a calendar quarter basis. The Resolution Foundation think tank said that although the fall was smaller than investors had feared, it left Britain on course for its fastest return to recession since the mid-1970s. That is the size of top accolade global news update. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy weekend.